असतो मा सत्
सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Guten Tag, good afternoon. అందరూ భోజనం చేశారా అందరూ? Not just to speak, to listen for 3.5 hours. Brain requires a lot of energy. It's more than the body. 70% of the physical food that we consume, the energy that is produced through the food, actually 70% of it goes to our brain. It varies from person to person, of course. In some cases it is 40%, in some cases it's 75 to 80%. 80% of their food energy is consumed by brain only in some people's case. They think so much. Right, page number 74, please see in your prayer book. My brain consumes 70%, 75% of the food I take. That's why I'm very lean, you see. So I don't gain weight, where all the energy is consumed by my brain itself. Right, page number 74. Everything that makes for unity is moral. Everything that makes for diversity is immoral. Know the one without a second, that is perfection. The one who manifests in all is the basis of the universe, and all religion, all knowledge must come to this point. Any action that makes us go Godward is a good action and is our duty. Any action that makes us go downward is evil and is not our duty. Here we get two definitions. One definition for morality. What is morality? What is moral and what is immoral? And another statement is what is our duty. Anything that makes us go Godward towards the unity is our duty. We must do that. And anything that takes us away from that unity is immoral and is not our duty. So know the one without a second, that is perfection. That is the ultimate goal. We are all actually moving towards that unity. What our philosophers have said is this diversity that we see in this universe is only apparent, it's not real. మనకి ఏదైతే వైవిధ్యం కనపడుతుందో ఈ ప్రపంచంలో, ఈ భిన్నత్వం అనేటువంటిది నాట్ రియల్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద ప్రూఫ్, స్వామీజీ? Every day when you sleep, when you are in deep sleep, in sushupti, everything becomes one for you. Yes or no? Do you see the universe? Do you see this manifold universe during your deep sleep? ఎక్కడ పోయింది అప్పుడు? If it is real, it should be there all the 24 hours. But in your deep sleep, everything gets dissolved. You enter into that homogeneous state. You are not even conscious of your mind, not even conscious of your body. So when you get up in the morning, first comes the mind, with the mind comes the universe. You see the duality, you see the differentiation. Universe means, of course, differentiation. So many people, so many names, so many forms. But that's why it's only apparent. If it is not real, it's not absolute. Because of the mind, it comes. Mind itself is a projection of consciousness. Universe is a projection of the mind. So, anyway, when you are in this world, we have to conduct ourselves because we deal with, interact with so many people. The Swamiji is saying here, the one who manifests in all is the basis of the universe. And all religion, all knowledge must come to this point. So, the unity that is behind the diversity, you should never forget. When you are interacting with the people, you are one form of God, I am another form of God. You and I, we both are the manifestation of the same energy, same fundamental intelligence. If you forget that, what happens when I interact, when I consider you as completely separate identity, or nothing to do with me, then quarrels will happen, conflicts will happen, friction will happen. So today the wars are going on, right? Between country and country. Because the people living across the border are a complete species, we consider it. That's why I'm saying this Advaita is the basis of all morality. This is the basis of all love. Only we can preach this Advaita. That's why when we say prayers, Loka Samastha Sukhino Bhavantu, we say, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Andaru Sukhanga Undali, Andaru Shantito Undali, Andaru Anandanga Undali. This kind of universal idea, universal brotherhood idea, not just with regard to human beings, that all life be happy. Those prayers we have been saying for the millennium. You don't understand how important it is, particularly in this age. We have to integrate the world into one family. If you don't do that, wars will happen, conflicts will happen. We take this differentiation too seriously. So you are a different national, I am a different national. We will quarrel with each other. We will fight with each other. Maybe in the name of religion, maybe in the name of nationality, maybe in the name of language. You may fight with some other identity. No, gender fighting is also going on, right? So, but these identities are only external. They are all actually superficial. They are not real. See, in the second war that is going on in the Middle East, from very childhood, the child is told that that guy is your enemy. You ought to hate that guy. And both sides of the border. Both sides of the border and the people of the two faiths, from the childhood it is ingrained. Okay, that is your enemy, you ought to hate that fellow. And when you teach that continuously, when you grow up, what else you will do? You take up a gun and you will fight. See, Buddha said, hatred cannot be conquered by hatred. Hatred can be conquered only by love. So when you teach that hatred from the childhood, and what else will happen? Wars, they don't happen overnight. Over a period of time, you have been hating each other for some period. And that explodes into war in one day. And Pakistan former Prime Minister Imran Khan said, it is easy to ignite a war, it is difficult to stop it. And today we are living in such a world. So there is a delicate supply chain. If one link is broken, then the whole supply chain gets disturbed. And life becomes miserable for the people who are living on the other side of the planet. Maybe war is not happening in your immediate vicinity, but you will get affected. In terms of cost of living, cost of living will go up because the supply chain is disrupted. So we have to have this prayer constantly in our mind that all the people in the world live in peace. Last year when we hosted this G20 meeting, the theme of the meeting was one earth, one family, one future. One earth, one family, one future. We all are, linked to each other. We are one species. Sometimes I think we forget that. You may be a different national, you may have a different religious identity, you may be speaking different language, but we should never forget that we are all one species. Earth is actually, we are inhabiting the earth, common earth, and we are all one species, we are all one family. That Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam idea we need to give. One day, Akbar asked Birbal, what is the percentage of blind people in our country? That comes the reply. Birbal said, 99% are blind, Jahapana. So Akbar was taken aback. He said, I am asking about the percentage of people who are blind, not about the percentage of the people who have normal vision. Birbal said, yes, Jahapana, I am talking about the people who are blind only. They are 99% are blind. Akbar said, by tomorrow evening, if you don't prove your statement, I will banish you. I will excommunicate you, he said. Yeah, Jahapana, sure, I will prove, he said. Next day, he came to the court in his usual attire. Birbal used to put on a pagidi, talapaga antangada, turban. One turban, one angavastra, uttariya, purta and dhoti. So he asked, Akbar was there, he asked all his courtiers there, what is this? Everybody said, turban. What he said, he showed this. Uttariya. He showed his kurta. And what is this? They said kurta. He showed his dhoti also. What is this? They said dhoti. See Jahapna, they're all blind. This is one piece of cloth. 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 Right? So just you are given different names, but the substance is same. They're so blind, they're not able to tell that is a piece of cloth, this is a piece of cloth, this is a piece of cloth. They think these four are four separate entities. The same is happening with humanity also. All these identities we take up and we think identities are real. Identities are not real. We are all common. This is one species, the human. Only this message actually we have and we need to give it to the rest of the world and we integrate the world into one family. The sooner we do, the better. Okay? Thank you. Have a nice day.